Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has called on the general public to avoid helping anyone to carry a bag or bags he or she knows nothing about, items packaged inside the bags while traveling, because NDLEA operatives will not fail to arrest such a person if items of substance abuse are found in the bags, like a case of a man whose video was posted on the personal X social media handle of the spokesperson of the NDLEA on Sunday morning, with the person arrested in the video saying he doesn't know the items inside the bag he was helping someone to travel with. NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, who shared a video with a message via his X account on Sunday, said, "Please listen to the suspect in this video. He was asked if he packed the bag he was carrying, and he said no, someone gave it to him. As we always warn, never accept to carry a luggage you don't know its contents if you're not complicit and an accessory, because NDLEA will get you." Meanwhile, Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that the fight against illicit drugs must be a national movement, and commend the Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Baba Marwa, NDLEA personnel on globally acclaimed successes, just as the agency announced that it had secured 66,085 arrests, 11.1 million kilograms drugs seized, 12,201 convicted, 26,393 rehabilitated in 53 months. Femi Babafemi, in a news release issued on Thursday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has declared that the fight against the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking in Nigeria must be embraced by all as a national movement rather than one for governments alone. The president stated this in his keynote address at the grand finale of a week-long program to commemorate the 2025 World Drug Day held at the Presidential Villa Conference Center, Abuja, on Thursday, the 26th of June 2025. Let us also be clear, this fight is not one for governments alone. It must be a national movement, driven by families, faith leaders, civil society organizations, youth groups, community leaders, businesses, and, crucially, people with lived experience. Their voices matter, their stories inspire, their leadership is essential. At the same time, we must not ignore the deeper roots of this crisis. Drug abuse is tied to poverty, inequality, violence, and conflict. To effectively tackle this problem, our approach must be comprehensive. We must foster peace, we must promote inclusive development, and we must uphold human rights every step of the way, the president, who was represented by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akum, declared. He assured Nigeria stands firmly with the global community in the effort to tame the scourge of drug abuse and its consequences. According to him, we are committed to working hand in hand with all nations to end this menace and tame illicit trafficking of substances. Together, we can dismantle the systems that sustain this crisis. Together, we can build a future where prevention is strong, treatment is accessible, and recovery is not just possible, but celebrated. There is no doubt that in the past 2 years, this has been the focus of the renewed hope agenda of our administration, breaking the burden of poverty, uplifting millions out of squalor, and caring for the needs of the masses, especially our youth population, through student loan scheme and other empowerment initiatives. While commending the great efforts of the NDLEA, its personnel, and the leadership headed by Brigadier General Mohammed Baba Marwa, retired, for the globally acclaimed successes not only in the area of drug supply reduction but equally in drug demand reduction through aggressive nationwide sensitization aimed at prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, and reintegration of treated drug users back into their families and the society, President Tinubu noted that the efforts have not only attracted commendations from international partners and Western nations but more support and collaboration with Nigeria in the global effort to curb the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking. In his welcome remark at the occasion, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Baba Marwa, retired, stated that there is no better time than now for the country to take drug use prevention seriously. According to him, the reality around us is a strong indication, a wake-up call, for us as parents, guardians and governments to step up preventive measures. For our nation, prevention is particularly critical, as we are already grappling with a serious challenge. 7 years ago, we came to the stark realization that Nigeria had one of the highest drug abuse prevalence rates in the world. Today, with a population exceeding 230 million, it is both urgent and pragmatic to prevent new individuals from being drawn into the population of drug users. As parents, guardians, and leaders, we must be more vigilant and recognize that the issue of drug abuse is not distant, it is close to home. We must acknowledge that children are especially vulnerable, and we should not dismiss experimentation with illicit drugs as behavior limited to a particular demographic. He said the NDLEA has continued to strengthen prevention strategies while being ferocious in its drug supply reduction activities, adding that addressing the socio-economic drivers of drug abuse is also crucial as a prevention strategy. The renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is providing leverage to tackle such critical factors as poverty and unemployment. Initiatives like NELFUND, which offers student loans, and programs like the 3 Million Technical Talent, 3MTT, which improve technical skills required for digital economy employability, along with improved national security, will reduce the factors that increase the likelihood of drug abuse. In the final analysis, however, much responsibility rests on parenting. So, we should be looking at how to empower those invested with the role of parenting. Through our War Against Drug Abuse, WADA, advocacy campaign, we work with parents, teachers and leaders in communities, institutions and associations to spread awareness and teach how to safeguard younger generations. Our family support advocacy emphasizes that children don't just need money, they need the presence and voice of their parents and guardians. Parents must ask questions, dig deeper, and instill values. Teachers also play a crucial role. They are deeply influential in shaping character and instilling values during the school years. The national curriculum now includes topics on drug abuse, and teachers are in a prime position to guide and protect young minds. Our advocacy efforts under the WADA campaign continue to gain momentum. Every week, across Nigeria, our 36 state commands with the FCT and 14 zonal commands engage in WADA outreach, raising awareness in schools, offices, religious centers, communities, motor parks and markets. We educate the public about the dangers of drug abuse and how to escape its grip. In recent years, many non-governmental organizations have joined NDLEA in partnership to broaden the reach of WADA advocacy. As a result, we have organized 123 sensitization programs in schools, workplaces, worship centers, markets, motor parks and communities, while millions have been reached through our various robust weekly media engagements. This is in addition to thousands more who have benefited from the psychosocial support services provided through our 24/7 call center on our toll-free helpline 0800-10203040. At the same time, we have ramped up treatment and rehabilitation efforts, with 30 centers currently active, where we have in the past 53 months counseled and rehabilitated 26,393 persons. Thanks to the support of Mr. President, 7 new rehabilitation centers have now been approved and will be developed under the current year's budget. That will broaden access to treatment. He noted that prevention efforts will amount to little if access to illicit drugs remains open and easy. Put simply, while we work strategically to prevent individuals from initiating drug use, we must simultaneously shut down the pipeline through which these harmful substances are distributed. We must remove traffickers from the equation. This is a task we have continued to pursue diligently, deploying every resource at our disposal. Over the past 4.5 years, we have arrested 66,085 offenders, including 94 identified drug barons. Our Operation Offensive Action has yielded tangible results, including the seizure of 11,143,717.44 kilograms assorted illicit drugs, with life sentences now being secured in court, while a total of 12,201 offenders have bagged various jail terms within the same time frame. He expressed gratitude to the individuals and institutions that have shown determination and resolve in helping to stem the tide of drug abuse in Nigeria. We deeply appreciate the unwavering support of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His administration has provided the NDLEA with robust backing. We are also grateful to the National Assembly, particularly the chairman and members of the Senate and House of Representatives Committees on Drugs and Narcotics, who have been steadfast allies of the agency. Similarly, the Nigeria Governors Spouses Forum and the Mountain Nigeria Foundation have proven to be valued partners in progress. To the UNODC, INL, the UK Border Force, NCA, and the governments of the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and France, thank you for your continued and meaningful support. In his remark, Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, said drug abuse is not just a public health crisis, but a threat to national security, social stability, and economic development. Drug abuse and trafficking force organized crime, undermines the rule of law, and destroys the hope and future of our young people, our most precious national assets. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence is indeed clear that investing in prevention of illicit drug cultivation and trafficking works. He said, prevention effort must be integrated into our educational system, healthcare services, and criminal justice programs. The federal government is committed to tackling the drug problem and has put in place several drug control frameworks and instruments, including action plans and strategies, with the overall aim to significantly reduce the prevalence of production, trafficking, sales, and use of illicit drugs, and its attendant social, economic, and health implications. Also speaking, Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who was represented by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Drugs and Narcotics, Senator Ibrahim Dankwambo, said the fight against the drug scourge is not a war of convenience. It is a war of necessity. Every life lost to addiction is not just a tragedy, it is a failure of our collective will. Every young Nigerian drawn into this abyss is a call to arms. Country Representative of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Sheikh Usman Toure, said prevention, treatment, and recovery must not be seen luxuries. They are life-saving investments. Together we can break the vicious cycle of drug abuse, organized crime, and marginalization, and together we can build a safer, healthier, and more hopeful Nigeria, he added.
Osas Welcome Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.